the name of God, amen. We have maybe one chapter left, or one kill left, so assuming that chapter 4 is the final one, I'm gonna see through it to the end. Might have to split this video into 2, but let's see what happens. The night passes and I feel torn in many ways. I am both elated and unnaturally at the progress being made on my curse. I am so close to being free. Yet I find myself in fear what is to come should I fail. The memories of how my imagination had been haunting me in my dreams. I can faintly taste the ash and charcoal and juice from my nightmares. Was my mind preparing me for what was to come? Or will I have the chance to save myself at last? Taking in the scent of the morning as I wake, I can't help but let my chest rise from my bed and guide me up. The singular scratch across my skin, practically seductive, greets me as I enter the bathroom to clean and dress myself. I can't help but run my fingers along it, pretending that it would vanish with my touch. Maybe, just maybe, a little more juice. Lord, forgive me for my eagerness, but I long to return to your embrace. I make my way down to the chapel, taking in the sound of the organ playing. I only knew one person who knew how to perform. At the bottom of the stairs, I turn my gaze and lay my sights on Helen, who was sitting in front of the organ and playing it in silence. I smile. She's very talented. A small glimmer of hope within my body remembers. This does not sound right. I don't know. Pipe organs have always been more sinister sounding to me. I don't know why. Maybe I can stay and listen to her play for more than just today. I can be saved and savor these moments as they are meant to be. Or maybe that's just because the context just makes it sound so sinister right now. I played way too much of this dark theme stuff. If that's all I could think about when I hear pipe organs, just dark and sinister thoughts. Oh, Jesus fuck, why am I talking about this? I barely notice the high swinging of the cross that hangs above her. And all at once, my breath stops and the air around me stills unnaturally. I know too well that this was unholy magic at work. And I know who is at fault.
You've returned.
I have, preacher boy. Can I get a welcome home kiss?
Oh, why? Why? I find myself able to turn to her, the music in the air rippling because of her strange power over time and space. She stands before me, grinning from ear to ear, as she taps a collar and shade. Oh, good God. Against her side. Meant for me, or... Uh-oh.
What? Not even a welcome home hug?
You streak in juice, damn it! Why?
What are you doing here? The day ain't over.
It's about to be. Well, for her, anyway.
Oh, poor Helen. The devil woman points her free hand at Helen, who remains still in her seat by the organ. My heart stops as I realize ahead of time her demise. The rotting chain holding the heavy wooden cross against the hole is perfectly aligned with all. And the cross would crush her instantly if it fell.
Helen!
She can't hear you, holy man.
Why? Why her?
You're asking as if I planned this. Look around. This place is rotting, and anything can happen in such a decrepit place.
Oh, good God. Despite not wanting to listen to her excuses, she was correct. The church itself was withering and dying under my watch, and in my pious blindness, I neglected to revitalize it correctly. So all of the deaths that happened... No.
I know you had something to do with all of these deaths.
With a growl of her own, the devil woman sneered at me.
That's what's wrong with you humans. You try and place blame on anything except yourselves when something goes wrong.
True to that, true that, true that.
I come along for the ride, taking a chance to snatch souls from under Angel Watch, and I instantly become the scapegoat for your bullshit.
I can't say anything. I don't know. I just can't. You really can't say much to this. Oh, this is strong, and it really attacks you.
The one time I take a back seat, and suddenly I am the one at fault for everything. This is why humanity will die by its own hands, and we devils don't have to do a damn thing.
Why do I believe this? I stare, lost in her explanation. She expects me to believe her words. She truly thinks she is not at fault for this. And my silence, the abomination shakes her head.
I've had my fun. You're lucky I have to move on from this city. But I'm not leaving without a pet.
Eerily slowly, I can hear the chains holding the cross rot away and break. I turned to see it snap, and the cross began to fall.
Make a choice, preacher. The girl or you.
How do you choose? I dash forward, not caring for my own safety. With Helen in my sight, I reach out and take her arm, and with the last of my strength, throw her away from the organ and the falling cross. Time seems to run slow in motion. I watch as Helen reaches safety. So does self-murder actually, does this count as a murder? Because, does this count as a murder? Because if it does, no, it probably doesn't. I don't think suicide counts as a murder. And now he is forced. Now he is damned eternally. Darkness. That is all I can see. I am wrapped by some form of cold embrace, and I feel my body floating in nothingness. Is this my afterlife?
Wow. You actually did that.
I open my eyes to see the devil woman floating by me, arms crossed in disappointment. For once, I smile at her.
I would never let you touch her.
The monster snarls at me, lowering her hands.
Well, you still have my mark.
Yep.
So your soul is...
Her voice stops and she looks up, and her eyes go wide in fear. Praise the sun!
You.
I look over at the lass to see what had caused her such fright, and stare into the gaze of being wrapped in a gray and black coat. And a oh, hello. Okay, not the sun. Behind a towering being float two other beings dressed in white and gold. Oh, praise the sun. White and gold robes of their own and carrying the wings of pure white feathers. Are they angels? The skull being hovers over its large scythe over my body, pointing the edge towards the devil woman in some form of taunt.
No, that's not fair. I earned this one. He belongs to me.
Silence is the being's only reply as my body slowly floats towards the angels behind the skulled being. The devil snarls and brings out a large sword, grasping it tightly in both hands.
I don't care if he's forgiven. He bears my mark.
As the angels lay their hands on me, the mark on my chest vanishes and I inhale a breath of pure air. The sight causes yet another fear-struck gaze across the woman's face.
Self-sacrifice.
So it does count as a murder. The skulled being lowers his scythe as the harlot floats back into the dark space and glares hard at me and the angels that hold me close.
You got off on a technicality. A stupid, minor technicality that shouldn't exist.
That's not what the contract says, woman. Despite the anger in her eyes, the woman refused to come towards me.
Telegramos.
Fine. But mark my words, this is not the last you will see of me. I will tear the gates of heaven apart, and when I do, you will be the first soul I fuck into the pits of hell where you belong.
Damn. With her final vow to me, she disappears into black smoke and fades away into nothing. Am I safe now? Have I truly been freed from her grasp? Around me, I feel safe, and I feel a love I can't recognize. I can't help tears falling down my face from the warmth I feel in my body. I am guided through the dark and find myself embraced in light. Amen. I'm gonna go check out the other ending too. I gotta see where that one goes. I'll be right back. Wait, there's still more? Oh, what's this?
We're sorry for your loss.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is after Harlow dies.
Take your time. We'll escort you home when you're done.
Harlow. You saved me, but
If I can't have one,
Uh-oh.
then I'll have the other.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, why? Oh, God, really? Come on. Oh, she is pure evil. Why am I laughing at this? This is terrible. I'm a terrible person. Oh, my God. But I'm going to go explore the other ending. I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. The cross fell, Helen is dead, and Helen,
Damn, that cross was heavier than I thought. Sucks that she had to die, but, you know. Well, let's ask God what he thinks about you now. What? You seriously thought you'd be free after all these deaths? Please.
Oh, God. What's going on now? Oh, she tossed the chain and collar at me and somehow straps itself around my neck.
Now let's see. How'd the incantation go again?
What is she?
Appicator! Quod angeli querere peccator!
I don't study Latin. Is this Latin?
Cora det pro me testimoniare. Debon uius.
It's not like I wanted to call you pious prick. I found this little shit letting humans get killed.
What is that?
Quid in them speriate.
Because I want him. So I'm asking if I can claim him. It's not like the world needs any more sinners.
A new being looks over at the fallen cross, then back at me. Never have I felt such judgment. It was like staring into the cold eyes of God or his archangels. It is staring into the cold eyes of God or his archangels. Was this an angel?
Noeritis vos quibet.
Uh-oh. A chuckle from the devil girl that shuddered down my spine.
Thank you. You're too kind.
The woman violently yanks at the chain connected to my collar, forcing me to drop to the floor and gasp for air.
Looks like God has no more pity for you.
A violent tornado of fire and air whirls around our forms, and I feel myself getting lightheaded. Am I... Are
Time
we?
to go home. Satan's gonna love this new toy.
And trust me, his juice is much worse. I grip at my collar, unsure, lost at what had just happened. I can only claw the floor as the woman drags me by the chain, leads into a dark void. A sinner through and through. Well, that's it. Devil's Gospel is all finished here, unless there's more. Nope, there isn't. Alright, so yeah, that's Devil's Gospel. Like I said before, you can... There was a link in the description below. This was made by Michaela Laws. Thank you so much for making this, and thank you guys for sitting with me through all of this. Ugh. I'm gonna see if I can try to get back into something else. Oh my god. I can't speak right now. I'm just so shocked by the strength of this story. Jesus Christ, this is good. Oh, but I just realized that how horrible of a person I am. Oh god. But yeah, until next time, this is Saki with Autosave. Signing off and saying good night, everyone.